What's up, guys, and welcome to Talkin Vegas All Day with KA. I'm your host, KA, and on today's episode, we're going to be talking a little bit more about trip planning. I've had a couple episodes where I've given some tips and tricks, things that I've noticed and have worked for me in the past and maybe wanted to pass them along to you. Again, this is one where I want to hear from you guys and kind of what you want, what you do. And this is very subjective. I'll give you some things that I've found that have worked and what haven't worked. And that's really, if you're going to Vegas, do you have an itinerary or not? I know for me, we tend to have like a loose list of things that we want to do and things we want to hit up. But I've talked to people, I've had trips where we've had detailed itinerary, and then we've had trips we literally booked the trip 48 hours prior to, even though I tell you that's not always great. Sometimes we're just like, hey, we got an open window, let's go to Vegas. So I'm going to go into that a little bit and talk to you about my thoughts, my observations about both things and what I feel. Do you use itinerary? Do you kind of have a couple things that you like and want to do? Or just kind of go very organic, just kind of where the wind blows you? Before we get started, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and punch that notification bell so that you can be updated when we drop new episodes. So let's go ahead and get started on Talkin Vegas All Day with KA.
Let's go to Vegas, baby. Let's go tonight.
Right now.
Let's go to Vegas. We'll stay up all night. Let's go to Vegas. Let's get away.
First, I want to talk about the itinerary. When I first started going to Vegas, we would plan out, let's say Monday through Friday, get up, have breakfast at this place. Maybe we're going to go to Red Rock and the hike. Maybe we're going to go hit up a couple breweries, have lunch at one of them, hit the pool for a little bit, go down the strip, have dinner here, catch a show, and then go here for maybe some evening entertainment or like walk the strip and try hit these places up. What I've found is, yes, you're able to plan out, get more things in, and it's more organized. So let's say you're having a good time and you don't do that. Okay, we'll bump this tomorrow because we don't have as much going on. What I felt sometimes in those trips was we weren't really relaxing. We were trying to get all this in, and we were spending a lot of time driving, a lot of time going here, there, everywhere. Maybe we were at one place and we want to just take a little bit more in, like maybe we're at the National Museum or a baseball game or something. We were doing something fun and we want to spend a little bit more time, but hey man, we got to get that dinner reservation. I felt like at times it wasn't a lot of relaxing. I have had times where it's been coming very handy because it's kept us moving. We've gotten a lot in one day. But by the end of the day, you're sitting there, you want to still have some fun, you're just kind of worn out. And I hate feeling worn out in Vegas because you did so much. So those are some things I feel like an itinerary is not good for, and some things that it's good for. Now, no itinerary, on the other hand, like in our latest trip, this is one of the first trips where we did nothing. We just said, we're going out here for 4 days and we're just going to relax and have fun. We've never done this. And believe it or not, we still did some things, but generally we stayed downtown on the strip. We didn't go out to Red Rock or anything like that. We had planned on it, but we just were enjoying it and just like, hey, we're going to enjoy ourselves. The benefits of no itinerary, it's more relaxed. You're not rushing anywhere. You can enjoy things more. It's more organic, so you're sitting there and you hear about something going on, or you see something on social media or somebody tells you something, you can go check it out. Like, hey, this place is really good too. Ooh, okay, well, we're a little hungry. Let's go check that out. Where is it? Okay, let's go. But cons is sometimes it can feel a little disorganized. If you're a planner and you want to plan everything, it's kind of like, okay, I want to be doing this, but where are we going? You don't feel like you're in control as much. And then that can seem overwhelming. Like, oh man, I still want to do this, and you can do that. And you can miss some things. I know on this last trip was probably the first time we didn't hit some things we really wanted to do. But again, at the same time, it was more relaxing to us. So you're saying to yourself, well, yeah, I think ultimately it comes down to who you are. Are you a planner, or you just kind of go by the seat of your pants and just kind of go with the flow of the wind? I find for me now, after having done both and being there so many times, I really think we'll say, okay, we want to hit these places while we're out there. Maybe we want to go to these shows, and they only are there this night. So maybe on a Thursday night, we generally do this. Generally for us, and this is just us, and may be different for you, we have some traditions. Like first, we always eat at the restaurant Eat. Shout out to Eat, probably having the best breakfast in the world, and cinnamon buns are amazing. We'll always go to Banger Brew. We'll always, off the flight, we'll go to Ellis Island for breakfast. If we get an early morning 8 a.m. flip, first thing we do is go to Ellis Island for breakfast before we check in. We always hit the pool at least one day. We try to get to Red Rock or Fire Valley, or sometimes if we have a big day, we'll go up to Zion or something. Those are things we want to do. Outside of that, hey, if we're on the strip and, hey, man, I really want to see a show and they're playing and the tickets are good, yeah, let's go see that on maybe Tuesday night. Prioritize what you want to do, then let it just kind of flow. That's kind of what we found that has worked. So I know for this upcoming, when we get back out there, we really want to go to the Neon Museum. We've talked about it a million times. This is the one time I know that's going to be the focal point. Neon Museum, we're going to check out Circa, and I want to check out some new breweries that we haven't been to, so we'll probably do a day of that. And my wife hasn't gotten to Fire Valley. Those are 4 things. That's probably each one thing each day. Other than that, guess what? We're going to have a good time, and we're just going to fly by the seat of our pants. In closing, I want you to challenge yourself to think about what works for you. Does it itinerary? Does it not? Maybe just pick a couple things. And also, generally, first day in, if you're coming from the East Coast, you're going to be jet lagged. But if you're only going there for a 3-day trip, and Friday to Sunday, you're probably not going to be doing as much. You're probably just going to be hanging out, partying, gambling, doing whatever, enjoying Vegas. If you're there for a week, you're probably going to have more time to fit some of that stuff in. So what works for you is the best bet for you. But I want to hear what you guys find that has worked for you. That's all I have for today. Hope you enjoyed this episode. On your way out, make sure to hit subscribe, like, and make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And that's all the time we have for today. I hope everybody's well and staying safe out there. And I'll see you next time on Talkin Vegas All Day with KA.